Hello, my name is Shadow, modern rock spoken word songstress, and I'm here to talk a little bit about self-love. For me, self-love begins on the inside. And I start with positive affirmations. I love getting in the mirror and chanting positive phrases and words to myself. You can do this. You're amazing. I love you. You are fabulous. You are loved. I try to, I give myself a boost so that I can start my day feeling like I matter, like I'm important. Recently, I realized that I need to be my biggest fan, and I might have to be my only fan, but that's okay. For me, I have God in my life, so I know God loves me. But I like to have positive affirmations around my house. So that they remind me at times when I forget about the positive things that are going on in my life. So I start with my mind, my mindset. Because so a man thinketh, so he is. And so if I think I can do something, I can do it. If I don't think I can do something, I can't do it. And so I also like to go to the beach. I like to be in positive places. I don't get a chance to go as often as I would like to, but particularly since I live in Orlando, I'm about an hour away from Cocoa Beach. And I don't have a car yet. But when I lived in Connecticut, I was able to go pretty much, I was maybe like 20 minutes away from the beach. So I could go pretty much whenever, I could go and sit in the sand, and it was like everything was just blown out of my mind. It was like, and I would sit there and I would just sit there, and all the concerns and thoughts and negativity were just gone. Hello, Shadow here, modern folk spoken word songstress, and I'm here to talk about self love on the outside. Um, we've talked a little bit about self love on the inside, and one of the things that I meant to talk about was my relationship with God. And that's very important to me. That is the number one thing on my list. If I don't have God in my life, I have nothing. And so I just wanted to emphasize that for me. Um, and I feel God's love all around me all the time. And it's not that God ever leaves me. Sometimes I leave God. And that's what can sometimes make my life a little difficult. And sometimes very difficult. So now, having said that, let's talk about self love on the outside. And I believe that when we take care of ourselves on the inside, it just emulates on the outside. My mother always said, when you feel your worst, look your best. And I believe that to be true. Um, I'm a makeup girl. I love makeup. For my 13th birthday, my mother took me to the mall, and at that time we had a mall downtown New Haven, and she took me to this place called Merle Norman, which was the makeup store in the mall, and at that time in downtown New Haven. And she let me get made up, because at that time, like they do now in Macy's, they had makeup technicians. And I got made up, and I got my bag with all my makeup in it, and it was just outstanding. That's the only word I could think of. I was so thrilled. And I've been dabbling and whatnot ever since. And, I believe that what and who you surround yourself with also affects your attitude, your outlook. If you are surrounding yourself with negative people, then your attitude is going to be negative. My mother also said birds of a feather flock together. And if you're around a bunch of people that aren't about anything, then you're not going to be about anything, because you're going to feed off each other like vultures. Well, wait a minute. Vultures feed off of people, but you get the idea. And that's why you don't, I'm not going to say you don't hang around people that are like you. You do hang around people that are like you, but you hang around people that have achieved what you want to achieve, so that you can become, and do like what they're doing. And so that you can all uplift each other. Um, I believe prayer, you know. I was told a long time ago, if you hit your knees, you won't fall on your ass. And so praying is very important to me. Um, and I don't think you always have to be on your knees, but I always believe that you definitely have to give thanks and remain humble. You know, I live in a one bedroom, well, not even one bed, I live in a studio apartment right now. And I've lived, I've owned a 10-room house and will again. Um, I've been very fortunate in my life to have, I've slept in my car. And as I said, I've owned a 10-room house. I've had numerous cars. I've had diamonds, I've had furs, and I've had no coat. I've had to go to the thrift shop and ask for a coat. So, material things, it's not what you wear or what you have, it's how you care for what you wear and what you have. And I feel so blessed because I'm alive. And so I take care. Self-care includes caring for your environment, caring for yourself, keeping your outward self clean, and taking care of what God, in my opinion, has blessed me with. My body is a temple, so I try to eat right. I try to put good things into my body. Um, I have a dog, so we walk 4 times a day. Um, for those who can, I think exercising, having an exercise regimen is extremely important. And that could mean doing, sitting on a chair and doing leg pulls, pulling up on your legs and lifting your arms up and doing stretching your body out. That's one of the things I do. Stretch your body out to your favorite music. That's a start. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. You know, I eat what I need, but I also eat what I like. And, looking in the mirror, again, we talked about this in the last segment, positive affirmations. And, I think it's important to you can hug yourself. And it feels good. And I guess if I were going to say one last thing, it would probably be to give. And what I mean when I say that is be of service, give of yourself, do what you can to give what you can to who you can, when you can, how you can. And when you do, that to me is the best kind of self-care. I've enjoyed doing this little piece, and I hope you have too. My name is Shadow, modern folk spoken word songstress. And if nobody told you they love you today, I do.
Can you hear them? Voices coming together.